sure.
Yeah, we have Edith Edwards, Chief Analytics Officer with BuzzRx, joining us now. Talk about why some medication is confiscated.
Hi, guys.
Hi, good morning.
Good morning. Thank you so much for having me. It's a pleasure to be here.
Well, can you talk a little bit about first why some people do get their medication taken?
So it's actually really interesting. Yeah, it's important to really look at this from an international versus a domestic flight situation. Internationally, you have to remember that you're traveling to a whole new country that has a different set of rules for medication. You might have medication that's not allowed in the country. You might have medication that needs to be carried with certain types of documentation. So that could definitely happen on an international flight to a host country. Then second, domestically, a lot of people are traveling with pills that are not within their prescription pill bottle. They're carrying them loose in their pocket or in a pill box. And when you're going through that TSA checkpoint, there's no real validity for the checkpoint person to understand that that pill is something that's prescribed to you.
When I think about if someone really needed that medication, that could really be a huge problem. How often does this actually happen, that somebody's medication is confiscated?
So we actually did a survey to over 1,200 people traveling with prescription medication, and the results were actually pretty surprising to us, and something that I think your viewers definitely should be aware of. Number one in 10 of the medication of people's medication were confiscated at a checkpoint. That's 10%. That's a significant number when you're considering a prescription medication is given to you for a reason. It's something that you actually need to have and take as prescribed. Second, 1 in 9 of those people who got confiscated, their medication confiscated, they actually ended up canceling their plans because obviously they just didn't feel at ease traveling without that medication that they've been prescribed. That is a huge bummer on any trip, whether it's a vacation, work, what have you. And then of those, 1 in 6 had to pay for replacement medication out of pocket at full cost. Because you have to remember, once it's confiscated, it's gone. You don't want to be in that situation, especially if you're not prepared for it financially. That's where something like a BuzzRx drug prescription card can come in hand. We give up to 80% off on a prescription. So it's definitely something they can check out at BuzzRx.com. And then the last little tidbit that I want to share, you would be surprised that, folks who have gone through this, 54% said that they hide their prescriptions, whether it's in their carry-on, in their pockets, what have you, because they are so nervous about it being confiscated. And mind you, these are legit prescriptions.
All right. So we appreciate all of that. Really quick question here. So people who go to the airport, though, what specifically should they do really quickly to make sure this does not happen to them? How should they do this?
Definitely. So number one, I'll say if you're flying internationally, research the laws in your host country. It's super important. It saves so much headache just by doing that little bit of research, whether that means that country's telling you to carry a doctor's note or there's some type of form or approval that you can get within that country. Or, that might not be the destination of your choice if you know that the medication that you rely on isn't welcome there. I would say from a perspective across whether you're flying internationally or domestically, keep your prescription documentation. If you can get an extra paper copy, and I know we're in this digital age these days, but if you can get a paper copy from your doctor, it's completely reasonable to ask so that you can carry it with you, as well as the pharmacist. Keep your the little pamphlet that comes along with it, and don't take your pills out of your prescription bottle.
All right, thank you so much for your time today. We're out of time. Coming up, as we near spring break, the Houston Museum of Natural Science